Hey guys, Bushcraft family back again with another video, and this one is a serious video. This is one that you may want to pay attention to if you're starting to be into canning, or if you're a pro at canning. These are things that you want to keep on your mind when you're doing these things. And these are 6 deadly canning mistakes that some people do make, some pros, some not pros, but something to think about. The first one, number 1, is canning bacteria. The fewer bacteria go into a jar with your fruits and vegetables, the lower the risk of dangerous infection. That means you need to get the food as clean as possible before it goes into the jar. Anything that grows above ground should be thoroughly washed, but vegetables that are directly exposed to soil probably won't be clean enough even after scrubbing. Peel them instead to make sure all soil and residue and bacteria are removed. Tomatoes should also be peeled for extra safety. Blanching will kill many bacteria, and that is something very important. Number 2, forgetting the acid. Yes, botulism grows best in non-acidic environments. Acid slows the bacteria's growth and can even destroy them. Unfortunately, most vegetables popular with home canners have a low acid content, making them more likely to host botulism. Tomatoes are one exception. They're pretty high in acid there. With other vegetables, consider adding some acid to the mix. Vinegar or lemon juice are good options. The pH of liquid below 4.6, that will do a lot to keep your food safe. Number 3, keeping it cool. Heat is one of the most reliable ways to destroy bacteria, including botulism. If you use a high enough temperature long enough, fruit and tomatoes, acidic foods, can be safely canned without boiling water. Because the botulism risk is low anyway, the same goes for vegetables that have had acid added, like we said before. Simple boiling doesn't give any safe margin for less acidic foods. If you're canning meat or low acid vegetables, the only way to ensure safety is to heat them to at least 240 degrees, which means using a pressure canner. Our number 4, bad seals. Yep. Check your seals on every jar before you store them and before using them. Press the metal lids with your finger. If there's any give in it at all, the jar isn't properly sealed, which means it is not good for storing or eating unless you just canned it. For the screw bands, the lids, type lids, you should remove the band, which is the thing on the outside of the jar. Pull the lid, holding it by the lid, and do a little shake. If it holds, you got a good seal. Number 5, sloppy storage. Storing canned food in the wrong place can quickly shorten its life, lower its quality, and even make it dangerous. On the other hand, correct storage will preserve it and keep it safe. Clear glass jars let light in and can distort many canned foods, make it foggy and not so appealing, I guess you would say. Store jars somewhere dark or at very least out of direct sunlight. Look for a cool place. Heat is essential during its actual canning process, but once your jars are sealed and it becomes the enemy. Temperatures above 75 degrees can make vegetables turn mushy. And they also encourage little bad things to grow in there. Which is bad news for your food. Number 6, forgetting to check. Don't forget to open a jar of canned food and dig. Okay, let's start this over. Don't just open a jar of canned food and dig in it with your spoon. The container before opening it. Check the container before opening it. I'm going to get these words out. I promise. Is anything cracked or distorted? Is there any rust? Again, check the lid if it's going up and down, things like that. Is there mold growing under the seam? Things like that. When you open it, you should hear a vacuum sound because it's getting that air in there. It should always be a vacuum sound. If it's more of a and fluid comes spurting out and foam and stuff, it's no good. Any sign of mold on the top of the lid, or the inside of the lid, means don't take a chance of eating that food. And there you have it, guys. That is our 6 deadly things that mistakes that canners make, or that thing. But anyways, guys, I hope that this helps you out in some way. Like always, God bless.